Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the first ever WNEX UAS um, video. Uh, I'd like to thank everybody for joining me today. We're going to talk about drone regulation. We're going to talk about up and coming DGI issues and we're also going to talk about flying safe and safety and what's important as far as making sure that as this industry and all the things that come with this industry as it begins to blossom and as things begin to develop, that we are maintaining a certain level of professionalism and of safety. The biggest key issue here is when we're flying, we really have to make sure that we abide by the rules and regulations. I've been interning at this for 2 years and got out of the Navy. Just a little background on me. I got out of the Navy as a sonar technician back in 2014 to pursue a career in aviation as far as being a pilot, and I ended up moving over towards drones because of some circumstances in my life. It was actually a better fit for me. I really have a passion for aviation, but I also have a passion for technology and all the things that are coming out that are new and just constantly growing and constantly being involved in that aspect of commercial services and drone technology, whether it's aerial photography, videography, infrared, thermal, LiDAR, emergency services. I love it all. And I'm super excited about what's coming. I'm super excited about the direction that the industry is going. It's really exploding, but you're also going to see that there's a lot of amateurs. There's a lot of guys out there that really, you can go down to Best Buy and you can grab a $500 drone and fly it and not necessarily have commercial quality or commercial grade, but the pieces are there to at least begin your own kind of small business in the industry. The only problem with that is that you have a market that's saturated with a lot of people that aren't safe and people that don't know the regulation and people who don't have the qualifications and people who aren't insured. And as I'm beginning to understand that this is probably more serious than my time in the Navy and then as a sonar tech defending freedom. So I don't want to get too much into my military service. Obviously, this video is about WNEX, UAS, and drones and moving forward. And you can see my Inspire in the background with my X3 Zen Muse, which is a wonderful camera. And I've really just started to grasp how big and how important it is to be safe and to do this well. So, first off, let's talk about why it's important that if you're going to get into this industry, that you need to take this more seriously than possibly being a pilot. We have the luxury as UAV pilots to be on the ground when we're conducting our operations and really not have to risk our lives in order to facilitate and have a wonderful career. So, but at the same time, manned aviation and aircraft pilots in manned aviation need to they need to know that their skies are safe too, and we all need to be able to share the air. There's a couple rumors that I'd like to dispel. One is that you can't fly over private property because if some owner says that they don't want you flying, technically nobody owns the airspace except for the FAA and the ATC. And if you're in, if you have the proper documentation and the regulations, then you're more than capable and comparable to fly in that airspace, and you're allowed. Also, unmanned aircraft are still aircraft. So if somebody attacks your drone or shoots at your drone, that is looked at as the same as firing upon an aircraft. I know that this is an intro video. I don't want to make it too long. I want to make it short, but I want to let you guys know that there's just so much that these drones can do. Whether it's emergency services, whether it's infrared, whether it's thermal, whether it's search and rescue, you could just cover so much ground in a short amount of time. And you can provide pinpoint, almost centimeter, you can provide down to centimeters worth of accuracy for commercial operations, for construction inspections, et cetera, et cetera. But it's important to understand the knowledge and also fly safe. So that's my first intro video. I want to thank anybody out there for joining me and stepping into my world. And sorry about the resolution on this. I'm doing it on my tablet. I'm really just an upstart, but there's a lot of great things coming. And I look forward to chatting with you not only about issues or comments that you have, as far as if you have any questions about, maybe learning about becoming a drone pilot, maybe learning about kind of the risk associated, and also about, what are the rules, what are the regulations, what do I need to know when I want to conduct a commercial operation? What's the right pricing? What's the aspects as far as how can this help me market? How can this help me market my real estate? How can this help me market my business? How can this help me facilitate a better lifestyle? How can this tool that you have, because it's really not only about the drone. The drone is really awesome, and the things that they're coming out with are phenomenal. There's just so much more to come, in this industry. But at the same time, how does that tool help you? How will it help you build your business? How will it help you maintain a certain level of information when it comes to monitoring situations that are going on, whether it's monitoring construction ops, whether it's precision agriculture, looking at your crops and making sure that the temperatures are right, they're getting enough water, et cetera, et cetera. There's just a plethora of options and really awesome ways that drones can help. So once again, this is the first video of WNEXUAS. I'd like to thank you guys for joining, and safe flying.